Our lesson for today is on general science, and our topic is matter and materials changing object. There are three types of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. Our main objective for this lesson is to describe the appearance of material or objects around us and be able to predict how these materials changes its appearance. Now let's look at what is a solid. Now solids, it's compact. That means it does not move. I have a book here. It's a solid, but it cannot move unless I move it. And it doesn't change unless I do something like cut it. Some other examples of solid are furniture in our classroom, furniture at home, toys, vehicles, the road, mountains and hills. They are all examples of solid. Now let's look at liquid. Liquid is not compact like solid. The molecules are further apart. And one of the most important examples is water. This is a liquid, very important for life. Some other examples of liquid are beverages, liquid detergents, the rain, beaches and oceans. Those are other examples of liquids. Moving on to the third matter, we have gas. Now I'll speak about oxygen and carbon dioxide. Plants need us as well as we need plants. We cooperate to live. The plants gives us oxygen to breathe and we give them carbon dioxide. With the help of the sun, plants produces fruits like tomato and pineapple, and even flowers that we use. So it's very important to plant so we can survive as well as the plants. We need each other in life to survive. So these are examples of solid, liquid, and gas. This experiment, you need a pot and place water in it and boil for about 10 minutes, and I throw this inside my pot. And here we can see the steam coming out from the water. I also took some water and I placed this water into the fridge. I placed the water into the refrigerator, the freezer part, and when I left it for about 2 hours, it turned to ice. You can see the ice here. And we use ice for lots of things. Can you tell me some of the things you can do with ice? What will you do with the ice when you get it? I also placed some chocolate into the refrigerator. And as you can observe, the chocolate is really, really hard. This is little pieces of chocolate and you can see it's really, 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 really hard. And I took some and I placed it outside into the sun. You know, the sun is hot. And what's the difference? The ones I placed into the sun, which is here, you can see if I touch it, it starts to melt. It's soft. It melted. Whereas the one that was in the refrigerator, if I press it to, it's still solid, right? The one that was placed, because of the refrigerator being cold, it stayed solid and firm. Whereas the one placed in the heat, the temperature is different. It is very soft, very, very soft. It is melted. Okay, so those are some of the things that changes the appearance of an object. Moving on, I have a few things here. You all are familiar with these things. These are things that we will use, right? I have rubber bands, I have hair ties. Now hair ties you can stretch. If you pull with a force, it stretches. That goes for the band as well, the rubber band. You pull, it stretches, it gets longer, it gets thinner, and eventually it becomes more weak. It's not as strong as before. The more you use it, the more it becomes weaker in its strength. And it can snap or burst, right? So this is how it changes its appearance, by stretching or pulling. It's a force. In this experiment, all we need is a piece of wire. And there are other things that is made up of wire, like bangles, hairpins, safety pins. They are all made up of wire. And what changes its appearance is when we bend the wire. It changes its appearance from straight to bend. Experiment, we need Play-Doh and a scissors. So Play-Doh can change its appearance when we roll it, press it, and by cotton. Experiment, we need a balloon and we need the air. And remember, carbon dioxide comes from us. That goes to the plant and we get oxygen from the plant. So we need a balloon to show how the appearance changes shape. When I blow in the air, I blow in carbon dioxide into the balloon, it changes its appearance. It's no longer flat. In this experiment, we need a candle and a match. And here I lit a candle, and as you can observe, it begins to melt and it becomes smaller and smaller. And we use candles in birthdays, weddings, and other happy occasions. We need a rope, and we can change the appearance of this material or object by folding, or we can even tie it and make a knot. Alright, we need a bucket with water and a cloth. And here I'm dipping my cloth into the water and wetting it. Then to remove the water from this damp cloth, I have to twist it. And when it's dry, we place a wet cloth in our line. And when it's dry, we can change its appearance and shape and size when you fold it. I have different types of paper. I have foil paper, a sheet of white paper, and wax paper. Do you know that these paper can change its shape? By simply, I can hold the paper here and I can fold it. Same thing I can do with foil, I can fold it. And the wax paper as well, I can also fold the wax paper. This is one way it changes its shape, by folding. Using a tool here, the scissors, it can change shape if I cut it. You see, if I cut it, it changes shape. It's no longer looking the same. I can do that with the paper as well. I can change its shape by simply cutting it. And we can also do that with the oil. We can change its shape by cutting. So, two ways we can change the shape of the paper, the foil and the wax paper, is by folding and by cutting. And to wrap up our lesson for today, we can describe objects by what they're made of. We can also describe objects by their size, color, shape, and weight. Folding, cutting, bending, and wetting can change the appearance of some objects. Tools can help us change the shape of some objects. Heat changes the shape and appearance of some objects. Some objects melt when heated and become hard when cooled. What have you learned?